What is going on, Monopoly family? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, in this video, I want to talk to you about consistency. How do you actually become consistent in the stock market? That is the goal for every single person out there. Consistency, profitability. Profitability means that you're coming out profitable every single week. I mean, that's what makes you a trader that is profitable, is that you're consistent and you come out profitable every week, every month. Now, in the last video, I made a bold statement in saying that the results I'm going to show you today is going to come from my Discord chat, and the results that you will see will be greater than any other chat room out there. And I made that bold statement, and I guess in this video, I just want to back up what I said. Because the way we trade here is fundamentals, psychologicals, and patterns, right? And I will leave a tutorial for those who are watching my channel newly. It will put your foot through the door. Do not forget that like before we get in, and smash that subscribe, because I guarantee you will get value on my channel, guys. So, consistency. That's the long-term goal for every single person. Now, let's just look at this spreadsheet. I collected stats from the guys from the Discord. Some of them decided to get involved in this experiment that I was doing, and they just wanted to share I told them to share their stats for this week, and others actually didn't participate in this, because I always encourage you guys to keep your stats private. Because if you go parading your profits on Instagram and whatnot, something will humble you. It's a holy power. It will humble you down and you'll end up losing money. I believe in these things. But with that being said, let's go through those who actually participated in this. And this is a spreadsheet I created for those on my chat. And guys, you will realize that 88% of those guys that participated in this survey came out profitable in this week. This week they came out profitable, i.e. they made profit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But others made one loss in that week. So every single person that is highlighted in the green came out either no losses or one loss in the week. Because we can incur losses as traders, right? The way I think of trading, I run it like a business. A business is profitable when it has their expenses to a minimum, right? Losses for me as a trader, well, a loss is an expense to run in the business. And every single trader has a loss and has to have a loss. I mean, you cannot be right every single time. Now, things happen, freak accidents happen, even though that we have a framework and we follow the framework time and time again every single day. You cannot be right every single time, all right? So, those who had that loss, and this is what makes traders, in the red in total, is that the loss begins here. And they start hoping and dreaming and saying, please God, and there's the loss now. Look how big it gets, right? But if they took the loss here and said, okay, this is part of running my business, I'll recoup it tomorrow. If they took it here when it was small and recouped it the next day, their account will still be profitable because they came out profitable in the past 4 days, in the past 3 days, 4 days. But if you make your loss up to here, look how big it is. This wipes the whole week's profits. I know it's hard to take the loss, I know that. But think of it like running the business. Think of it like a loan you're giving to the stock market and you'll get it tomorrow. So imagine your loss was up here. Now it's going to take you weeks or days to recoup that loss. But it would have taken you a day, just one trade, to recoup that small loss. And that's what makes traders unsuccessful in the stock market. They cannot take the loss. And that's just the way humans work, right? They cannot be proven, they don't want to be proven right. But here's the shocking results. 88% of those that are using my trading style, 88% of my, I don't want to say students, because it's like Zed, why do you have students? 88% of those that trade the same way that I trade came out green this week, or with one loss. 88%. Now show me another chat room that has these stats. One chat room. Like I said, I made a bold statement last week. I'm making it or last video, now I'm making it again. 88% came out profitable, or with one loss. The rest, they're in the beginning stage. They're learning, right? And that's what practice makes perfect. And then you continue that process. At the end of the month, you're profitable. I mean, you can lose twice a week and still come out profitable. So how do you become consistent? Well, first of all, you have to admit the defeat. Right? Take the loss when it's here. It's not here. Take the loss when it's here. And follow a framework. Like I said, when you trade a different way than this one that I'm teaching you, you're just gambling. That's my personal opinion. Right? Others might disagree. But you're gambling. Many other traders out there use patterns. And I can tell you big names out there that you might not like. But They trade the same way using patterns and psychology. But yeah, that's the way it goes on the Monopoly chat room. So, how do you become consistent? Keep the losses to a minimum when you incur them and think of it like running a business. Do not go back into the market and revenge trade. Think of it like this. I executed my strategy. I'm done for the day. Now I walk away. I come back again the next week. I'll do it again. Or next day, I'll do it again. Execute my strategy and I will come out profitable and recoup that loss that was incurred. Do not revenge trade. Take that 1% when it's handed to you. Especially with my trading style here. You will notice the stocks move by 5% to 10% on earn reports. With penny stocks, they move from 10% to 20% when there's FDA approval or some partnership. But everybody wants that big sum of money. Everybody, every other trader is that greedy. But like I said, if something goes up, it has to come down. So before it comes down, I'm going to take that 1% and walk away. Think of it this way. You're trading with $5,000. 1% of $5,000 is $50, correct? $50. You turn that 5,000 into 6 by the end of the month, or 5,500 by the end of the month, right? And you do the same thing the next month, and you're growing your account slowly. Now you know the psychology. Now you're good at what you do. You know the behaviors. Now you're ready for the big fish. Now that you know the psychology of the market and when traders will take the profits, so you need to have realistic expectations when going into a stock. Many people will go into the stock, they become profitable with unrealistic expectations. They want to make, I don't know, 10%. But the stock decides to go back because, like I said, anything that shoots up has to come back down. But if I took that 1% that was handed to me, I would have been profitable. And that's it, I walk away. I do it again next day. And the cycle continues. And that's how you become consistent in the long term, guys. That's what I try to teach you here. Do not be greedy. Many traders are greedy. I don't want to be the greedy one. Many people that lose money are the greedy ones. Right? I'm going to take whatever is given to me at that stage because I have realistic expectations. A stock that moves by $10 or a stock worth $10 is going to move by 10% or so. So it's actually going to move by $1 max. So I'm going to take it when it hits that 10 cents or 20 cents. A stock that costs $50 is going to move by $2 to $4 or $5. Again, 10% max. So I'm going to take it when it hits the $1. Right? I'm going to take my money before every single person out there. Because I know the psychology. They're waiting. They're trying to get as much money as possible from the stock. But I'm going to take it before them. And that's how I become consistent and profitable in the long term. I don't wait. Some people said, Zed, why get out as quick as possible? Why don't you just put your trade and stop loss? Well, listen, you can do that, but I know when to get out. I know when to get out. I know what profit is for me. I already have this mindset that says I know what the stock is going to move by. So I'm going to take the 10% of that move. And I'm happy with that. Every day I come out with 1% or 2%, sometimes 5% returns. Minimum is 1% because that's what I set myself. Minimum 1% return on investment. Many traders lose because of greed. So you cannot be that person, guys. If you want to succeed in this market, you got to think like a business. You've got profits, you've got losses. And look, you need a framework. And that's why I showed you the way I trade here, guys. How many likes can we get for that? Smash it. I didn't have to, but I did it. Smash that likey. And obviously, you will have to have practice involved in this. Practice. I mean, I shared a story with you guys on YouTube, and this person was practicing for 4 weeks. He's actually amongst these stats here today. He just had his first profitable week with real money. Right? And I shared previous stats from my chat. I don't want to have millionaire students. I want to have consistent students. That's what I want. Right? And that's the way to do it. Then the money will be made in the background. The big sums of money will be made in the background. You've got David on the chat. A lot of you would have seen David. He makes the 5 grand. He makes the 10 grand, the 20 grand, the 40 grand returns, trading penny stocks. But he started off just like you guys, slow. Then you accelerate. That's when you get good at what you do. You understand the market and the behaviors. But the first step is going to be consistency. Do not aim for $1 million. Do not say, I want to make 1,000 a week. Don't say that. Don't say that. You're a beginner. You take it slow because you're going to, by the time you look in the mirror, you already quit. You already stopped trading because You're just gambling at this stage, okay? Hopefully you enjoyed this. Smash that like, you guys. Turn that notification on if you haven't already. Smash that. Don't tickle it. Smash it. Follow me on Instagram as Simply Zed. And smash that subscribe if you're new to my channel. I promise you will get value on this channel just like everybody else. Peace.